Hello.
Yes,
Uh,
Anish.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
the same
Yes.
Teams issues. So I just wanted to check with you. I have done some manipulation, so it's working
Mm-hmm.
fine, but I wanted to show you something. So
Mm-hmm.
everything I have kept inside a try-catch block. So how you keep this? Just
Mm-hmm.
right click. You're having this surround with try-catch, right? So whatever program you are building,
Mm-hmm.
just click this option. Surround with try-catch. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
After that, you are
Mm-hmm.
having this try block. All the program will be written inside this try block, and you are having this catch block, right? So in this catch block, you have to go and enable this option. Okay, I'll show you again. This add new
Mm-hmm.
catch, right? Come here,
Mm-hmm.
do something like system dot exception. Okay, when you do system dot exception, it will come in this way, exception. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
what I
Mm-hmm.
programmed is whenever there would be any exception, system dot there are many kind of exception, Anish. First we
Mm-hmm.
understand that there is a file handling issue, there is another exception, there is a time element issue, browsing issue, team
Mm-hmm.
element appear issue, selectors issue, whatever the issue, always everything comes under system dot exception. Remembered?
Mm-hmm.
So what I did is I used another activity called send outlook message. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In this send outlook message, if you go to this properties pane, you're having many things. Okay. Let us not go so much of deep. Let us just understand how this email part is done. I've given an email ID. You can give your email ID at once. Enable this each
Mm-hmm.
body HTML. I want to create something in HTML. If you enable this, all the body structure will come in a way where you want to see paragraph, title. Everything cannot be handled only by giving separated comma or double quotation. If you try to build an HTML code, it will be coming in the way that we want, right? How much
Mm-hmm.
gap has to be given, we are having a format,
Mm-hmm.
right? Hi all, this is the required exception that is coming in our program. Please go back to your support team and connect back to us, something like that. Okay, so I want to create everything in an HTML format, so I have enabled this button is body HTML. Okay, and I want to
Mm-hmm.
try to give this subject exception mail, so it will appear in an subject like exception mail. Give the process name like data scraping or weather report or iPhone scraping program, something like that. And
Mm-hmm.
try to write everything in your body. So you are having a very nice website as W3 School. You can check, do some practice for HTML if you want to do, and try to write something like, hi all, you want to give the title, try to give some paragraph, try to write some heading and write the program.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to give a table also, it will also come. Sometimes we
Mm-hmm.
need to see whatever count that came successful, whatever the count that came as a failure. I will teach you that in the next class. Okay, how we do that structural thing in our Excel file. That is
Mm-hmm.
very important. We'll take that file count. So for
Mm-hmm.
now, so let us give something like exception email as a
Mm-hmm.
title. Exception email, however you want, and give a head tag. Give a heading like hi all, a comma, sorry, hi all, a comma. Then in paragraph, try to write something.
You know HTML?
Yes, somehow I can do
Mm-hmm.
some error code.
And do you think that it will help? I mean, that when we are doing web scraping to find the selectors,
Yes. It is very important if you are doing those things. Okay.
both CSS and HTML,
Yes, important. Trust me, it is
both
important.
of them, both
Yes,
of them.
both of them. It's very
Mm-hmm.
important. If you are doing that, no, Anish, we are doing nice thing. It's not a time waster. So try to
Mm-hmm.
write this is the error code, exception message. If you want to attach the file, how you can give is you have to give the in string and the variable name that we want to give, or the path name or the variable or the whatever thing. So how I can do that? Just check in your try block what is the name that you have given to that output sheet. Okay, I have given I have given an CSV file, this file path.txt.xlsx, right? So just do one thing, copy this, try to create a catch block. Inside this catch block, we are having that email part, right? So just bring one assign activity. Okay,
Mhm.
just
I
keep,
think probably we have to repeat try catch block in the next class also,
yes.
because you know that it's
Huh.
rather too much for me for today,
Huh.
because I mean that we have just started this web scraping, no?
Yes,
So the
yes.
basic concepts, these are a little bit general concepts, try
Okay.
catch blocks and
I assumed
all
that
the
you
things.
did it, so I was doing this so that.
No, I haven't done. It was the very first time I heard about it.
Oh, okay.
So I've done some very basics. I mean that these
Okay.
are some advanced topics. I should say. I don't know. Maybe they are just the basics. But I'm
Uh,
not familiar with that. So
okay.
probably we have to go with the very basics in the
Okay.
beginning,
Okay.
and then gradually build all these
Huh.
concepts.
Yeah, sure. Sure, I
But
will
what I will
explain.
do that I will just go through the recordings and
Yes.
try to grasp whatever I can.
Yes.
And if still I miss
Yes.
something, I will let you know in the next class.
Yes. Okay. It
So we will
works.
take the next class day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I will have some gap to study it, no?
Yes, please do that. So,
And for web scraping, I mean that what I've done in the past is mean the table extraction
okay.
and these type of data extraction like Flipkart or any
Hmm.
other websites,
Hmm.
and then just putting this data into the Excel sheet.
Hmm.
But some very basics, not any try to catch. I mean that anything like that, or
Hmm.
maybe giving the
Hmm.
variables instead
Hmm.
of doing directly.
Hmm.
So I did directly all these things. So what you had been doing today, I was not familiar with that.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe I will show you some 3 4 programs
Hmm.
and will send it to you, so you can have an idea. I mean that what I have
Hmm.
learned so far
Hmm.
and what are the missing things. You can just repeat them.
Hmm. Yeah, sure. I'll do that for you. So I am not doing any big thing, just sending an
Mhm.
email. So I am not
Okay.
sure if you have used this activity before, but I will send you
I
now
I
with.
did it once. I mean that, but it was not an exception ending. It was just I mean that after scraping the data
Mm-hmm,
and saving it in the workbook,
mm-hmm.
sending this attachment. That's what I did. I will
Okay,
repeat that.
okay,
I don't remember right now, but
okay,
during these 2 days, I will repeat
okay,
that part
okay,
of sending an email for any data is saved in an
okay,
Excel sheet.
okay,
But I mean that whatever the new concepts you have taught me today,
okay.
I will try to grasp it, and if still I am not able to understand, I will let you know.
Yeah, please, because this is an important topic. Means for very basic, when people start, no, they do for web scraping. It is very good, but I wanted to add some drama in it by letting you know what selectors means. What happens is, Anish, when we try to do this thing, we should be very much familiar with attach browser and the selector concept. Empty,
Hmm,
type into
that's
empty.
correct.
Yes, type into click activity, the selectors. So that what
Hmm,
I will do, that I will forward this XAML file
hmm,
to you. Don't copy paste it because it won't might not work in your system, but try to make it work because the selectors that I have used,
hmm,
it might work in your system. Okay, but if
hmm,
it threw any error, try to indicate the same thing and make that IDX value a star. It is something like it is a
hmm,
wildcard entry. Okay, and try to indicate them and run in your machine. If it is working fine, then we'll good to go, and you can do the same, just add some good HTML thing. I just want to see some work on this, and
hmm.
let's see how it works in the next class. If you're having many doubts, please come and ask, so that today whatever we have covered, so that we can do some advanced thing in the next class.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
try catch and exception handling we have done. So let me run this
Yeah,
bot.
but I would like to repeat them. No, I
Yes,
mean the most
yes,
easiest way we can do it next
yes,
time. I
yes,
will
we
try
will.
to repeat them.
Yes,
I will try to repeat.
I'll try to throw a system exception and show you for just for a tiny example. It will
Because
take.
I think these are the general things. They are not just related to web scraping,
Yes.
right?
Web scraping also we are having system exceptions, right? It is coming to catch block or not, and what it is doing. I just want to send an email. I'm not telling that retry it. We are having retry option also. I will show you all this thing in the next class. But for now, whatever thing that we have worked, okay, so let us check with our scraping data if it is coming correctly or not. Okay, always try to give that add header property in the right range enabled. You must be aware of that, I am sure. Add header, there is a property in the right range. You should make it tick it before jumping to the next activity, so that you will be having these headers. Okay. So the scraping is not good to me, means I'm not satisfied with this scraping actually, Anish. So please do some scraping thing. I'm not happy with the scraping that I did. Give some dollar. I don't know what 5 is, what 1 6. I just want the dollar also. So try to do some manipulation and try to do something here. Okay, I just want to rename it. How I'm going to rename it? We'll do some manipulations.
So
Okay.
I think probably we have to refine the data once it is, that
Yes.
scrapped.
Correct.
So that because refining the data is a major activity in Excel sheets, no?
Yes.
Whenever we download any data, that we have to refine it. And sometimes there are Excel sheets which are given for refining.
Yes. Oh, okay.
So you have received an email.
This is not
And
looking
one more
good.
thing, that I asked you about the documentation. No, if I want to study anything, it was very complex.
Oh,
the
sorry.
UiPath documentation.
Okay. See,
So I
Anish.
want to know, that if I want to, for example, exception handling, I want to
Yes.
study
Okay.
study that. How
Okay.
should I do that?
Anish, before doing this, what I used to do for my team is, okay, I always used to try to create my own document. Okay, means whatever I study, I try to create, giving screenshots and create all this thing. I'll try to bring out and pull out some of the thing in my repository and try to send you. Okay,
That
so
will be great.
always I
That will
try
be
to
great.
create my own
But
document.
apart from that, I think there will be some standard documentation also, no? For the activities and functions. I
Okay.
think I have got some reference. Probably I will just check it.
Yeah, please forward me. I will also go through it if it is so much useful. Means,
No, that whenever we search anything, for example, exception handling, I want to search exception handling and want to study it. But any UiPath activities also. That
okay.
probably is the documentation. I will send it to you. I will send it to you what I
Sure.
have found.
Sure. Meanwhile,
Because all the standard softwares have some sort of documentation in which you can go and study it, no, for all the activities, for all the functions.
okay.
Like all the softwares. Yeah, I think probably it's like that.
Okay. But what is good thing in this, like they give some activities to practice here. Means it is sometimes it helpful. Sometimes it is really very helpful.
Yeah,
Try
I think so.
to
Practicing is really helpful.
really helpful. You can go through this documentation as well.
Like W3 school, no?
Yeah.
I will go through it. That whatever, that what I want from you, that whenever you are going to have any class, that if you just send me the list of activities, which are completely covered, that no more exception. So I can study in advance, and that if anything new comes, then it becomes difficult for me to grasp on the spot, no?
Yeah, true.
So if you just send me, for example, you send me the activities which we will do today, but there are many more which we did today. So if you just send me the list, even if it's 15, 20 or 10 or whatever it is, no? But if it is, that if it's, if they are all, which are to be in the class, and if there are any exception, then it becomes difficult to grasp it.
Yes.
It's easier for me to, if you just send me the list and I study in advance. So that at least, for example, if we are going to have class tomorrow, and if you send it to me tonight, then I will have enough time to go through it, no?
Yeah. Sure.
So planning, that it will be very effective for the studying, no?
Yes, correct. You're right.
So I will try to grasp all the, all the activities which we are going to cover in the next class. Just send it to me.
Yeah, okay. So, what I will suggest is, Anish, rather
Mhm.
going to each and every activity, why not to create some workflows? I mean,
No, I
whatever.
prefer that. I prefer that. What I want from you, if you just note down the activities which are going to be in the workflows, which are
Uh,
going to be used in the workflows, like we made workflows today. But
yes.
the activities you used, that if I knew in advance about those activities, and
Huh,
if you are making a workflow, it will
huh.
be easier for me to understand the workflow.
Okay, got it.
But
Got it.
if I'm not familiar with any activity,
Hmm.
then it becomes difficult to understand the workflow.
Correct.
I'd prefer to you, that if you teach me through workflows, that is a better approach, practical approach, no? But
Yes, but it would be like,
of course, that you will be using activities, and if
huh.
there are new activities, it spontaneously I becomes difficult for me to understand it, no? So it becomes an interruption. For example, if you are making workflow,
Hmm.
and if a couple of activities I don't grasp it,
Hmm.
then onwards you are going, I am not able to grasp it, the whole workflow. So
Correct.
it becomes easier for me, that if I know in advance the activities which will be used in the workflow.
Okay.
So
Sure.
that's what I want from you. So we will have a class, that day after tomorrow.
Yes.
And timings we can decide. That if I am available, I will let you know. And if you are
Uh,
free also, we can take it
at
as
what
well.
time, Manish? Is it like 7? 7, I will be, I'm not sure
Yeah, I'm
today.
not sure. That if
No,
I'm outside,
no.
then it
No,
becomes difficult for
Anish.
me.
It won't be, I won't be available like 7, 9, means 10 only fine. But if you are okay, then let us discuss in WhatsApp about the
10
timing.
is okay for me. There's no problem for me.
Yeah, then we'll connect at 10 only. But
Yeah.
what is happening
I'm
today?
just asking for your
Ah,
convenience.
yes. I wanted to tell you something. I think you are not aware. So today I took leave from my office on 20 of
Ah,
February. Why? Because my mother's chemo is there, second chemo.
I
So
see, I see.
20, 21, 22, 23, I might not be available in my city only. So if the planning happens in that way, because 22 is my class, I can't miss my class at any point. If I take my
Mhm,
laptop to there, I am not sure how the
mhm,
Wi-Fi connection works there. So if I take
mhm.
my laptop to there, then I will surely try to connect with you. If I am missing my laptop, then we will be connecting any of the next week, and will take at least 2 to 3 hours of
No,
session.
no problem, no problem. Whatever is convenient for you. That whatever, even if there are gaps